Hey YouTube, it's Cody196, and today I wanted to discuss about the GTA 5 mod, the one, the one that I made. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should look at several videos back in my channel. You'll see I used to do mods about a mod called GTA 5 for super low PCs. So yeah, that's the mod I made, and it got incredible amount of downloads. And this is basically just a quick response video to all the comments to people asking when is it going to be updated, do more videos on it, this and that and this and that and this and that. Well, I'm here to tell you this. The reason I have not been doing any videos about it whatsoever is because I have a better PC now. I don't need the mod no more. Second of all, I am no longer updating the mod for various reasons. Number one, of course, I already told you, I already got me a better PC. I don't need to bother with it no more. I'd gone as far as I could. But since there's been so many updates since the last update of the mod, it's probably not even no good now. The other downside is I was gonna do another version of version 10, as you can see here on my desktop, this folder right here. Problem is, Take-Two Interactive, came in and did all this bullshit with OpenIV, so I can't modify the files for some reason no more. I was lucky to even export them. For some reason, it was exporting them as empty files. So I had to open up the actual RPF archive in the actual game directory rather than from the mods directory, because I copied the file to the mods directory, and all the files in that were showing. They were showing a file size, but when I go to export them to that folder or anywhere, the files inside the RPF archives, it would export as 0 kilobytes. Now I'm like, what the hell? And I'm pretty sure that since OpenIV is no longer in service, and Take-Two is taking everything from us, I'm pretty sure there's really nothing I can do about it. I mean, I can't do anything about the super low PC, so hate to break that down to you, but the only thing you can do, and you can do this yourselves, it's not that difficult. Go to your go to your documents and go to Rockstar Games. You'll see a folder in there called Rockstar Games. Go to GTA V, and here is the settings.xml. Edit it with Notepad++. I recommend using ++ and not regular Notepad, because regular Notepad, as we all know, sucks ass. So you open it up, you'll see all the different settings in terms of graphics that you could edit. So we'll start from top to bottom, and we'll work our way down in terms of what will actually increase performance and what won't. So as you can see, I have all my settings at defaults, because like I said, I have a better PC. I don't really need to do much to it. But for people who don't have a low PC, here's a trick. See where it says LOD scale? It's under tessellation. But before we get to that, make sure tessellation is at 0. That'll keep it tessellation disabled. I don't think it really does much of a performance impact when you have it on, but just keep all the settings as low as possible if you can, depending on how bad your PC is. One thing you can do now with the LOD scale, this is basically how far it'll render props and textures, things like that, or how far it'll render level of detail. When you set the in-game slider all the way to the left or lower it as low as you can, this is the value you'll get, 0.0 0, 0, so on and so forth. There's a trick. If you want to go even lower than that, you can manually put a minus. You manually put a minus here, and then you can put it like negative 0.250,000. That'll be a quarter below what it's meant to be. Yeah, it might look worse, but this would improve your performance quite a bit. And also do the same with these two. I'd recommend putting these two at half below. So that'd be 0.5. Half below what it should be. That'd be negative 0.5. So always put a negative there if you want it below than what it normally should be. It works, trust me. I've done it plenty of times. But I'm going to leave mine back at 0.0 because I don't need that. So yeah, just put a negative there. And then change the numbers to the right of the decimal. You can also, if you wanted to, you can put this at 1, but put it at 1 or higher. Your textures are not gonna load. You're gonna have a lot of missing textures, and it's not gonna look great. So the highest I would recommend going for the LOD scale and the max LOD scale is negative 0.5. Anything above that, and you're gonna have texture loss. So now for shadow quality, 1 stands for normal. Put that to 0, you'll disable shadows. That'll also improve performance quite a bit. So yeah, make sure that's at 0. Make sure reflection quality is at 0. That means it's at normal. It's not disabled. You can't disable reflections, unfortunately. You can only put it at normal. Make sure reflection MS anti-aliasing is also disabled. Make sure SSSAO is at 0. Make sure all these are at 0. Instrument filtering don't really do much. You can put that at 16 if you want. It's not going to really improve. It's not really going to impact performance at all, noticeably anyways. MSAA, keep that off. That, even if you put that at 1, that would drop you like 10 to 15 frames per second. Always make sure that's off. You do not, especially if you have an old PC, you do not want that option on. That'll kill your PC in a heartbeat. Not literally, but you'll get what I mean if you tinker with it. You'll have this poorest frame rate you could possibly imagine. And then going from there, we got sampling mode, which sampling mode is the same thing as the frame scaling mode option in the game. It's not gonna matter. Make sure that if you want the best performance possible, you can set that to 1. That'll put it at half, I believe, half scaling mode. So 0.5 or 1/2 of the original resolution, and it'll basically act as you're playing in 320 by 240 resolution if you're running on 800 by 600. 0 means off, so it'll be at default resolution. You can tinker around with that if you want. Texture quality. As far as texture quality goes, the higher, the more RAM it's going to use. If you got 4 gigs of RAM, you might want to put it at 0. Another trick here. Anything above 3, say for example you put it at 5, it's not going to max it out. What it'll do is it actually will put the resolution worse than it would be at 0. It'll look probably like Minecraft, so to say, maybe worse. That'll definitely help save a lot of memory and video memory if you do that. And keep particle quality off, keep water quality off. Make sure your grass quality is also at 0. All these qualities here should be at 0. Soft shadows should be off. Ultra shadows should definitely be off. That'll impact your performance quite a bit. Shadow distance ain't gonna matter unless you got shadows enabled, but preferably I put it 0.0 and so on there. Same. These here are your shadow cascade settings, which is how far till the shadows start getting blurry. or till the rendering gets horrible for the shadows. So split Z start, that's the starting point for the shadow split Z, which is the shadow cascade and the Z axis, and the shadow split, and they all usually are the same. So yeah, you can keep those at 1.0, it won't matter. It'll look better at 1.0 too. If you put it at 0.0, it'll look horrible when you have shadows on, that is, if you want shadows on. And the next big option, usually this is set to true, I believe, for reflection MIP blur. Put that to false. Basically what that does is it makes the roads and the cars have like some kind of fake reflection on it. And I don't think it does much to performance, but it's always good to experiment with, so keep that at false. Keep all these settings at false. The FXAA, these are all anti-alias, and you want to always keep those at false. You can also put shadow or shader SSA at false. I have mine at true, unfortunately, since it's default. DirectX version, don't go anywhere below 1. You can set that to 1 if you want to test with that, but it ain't really going to do anything. Otherwise, just keep it at the highest. City density and ped variety multiplier, those can only go as low as where they're at right now, unfortunately. Max LED scale, you also need to change that. Make sure that's the same as your level of detail scale at the top here, or right here. Make sure it's the same exact number, or it's going to be offset. You don't want that, or you'll have missing textures like no problem. So make sure that's the same as above. Motion blur strength, keep that off. Depth of field, keep that to false. Post FX, and keep that off. Then we can go down here. This is, all this right here is for replay and the clip capturing with the F1 key, I think. It's for Rockstar Editor bullcrap. And then audio 3D, you can keep that to, you can put that to true. It's not going to impact performance. Screen width, screen height, that's your resolution. You can change that in game. It's not going to matter when you do it out of game. VSync, all of these right here you don't need to change. So that's pretty much it. And the reason I say you need to do this yourself, see this, that reads your video card. So say for example I sent a friend this file that I modified for them because they didn't know how to do it themselves. Well, what it's going to do is when they load the game, my video card's still going to be in here, in the video card description. And it's not going to matter if I delete that whole line or not. It's just going to reset the whole thing anyways. So what it's going to do is it'll reset it, and then it'll read their card. And it'll reset all these settings to default, and you have to go back through and, you know, do it all over again. That's why I say it's better to just do it by yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, just follow along with what I said. There's nothing I can do about the super low PC, so I don't want to hear any more complaining about it, because there's nothing I can do about it now. Otherwise I would update it once more, and I was going to, but OpenIV don't really work as it should no more, and Take-Two Interactive could go suck my balls, because they're dickheads that ruined a good game. And I'll give you proof how bad, how pissed. I'll give you proof right now how pissed off people are because they took OpenIV away and basically pretty much modding. Here you go. 60,000 reviews, overwhelmingly negative. Can you believe that? Like, holy shit. And if you go down to the reviews, like the actual comments, see? Take-Two has ruined their own reputation by to shut down OpenIV. It's all about OpenIV. and GTA Online is garbage. I agree with them 100%. See, more OpenIVs. All of these reviews, see, OpenIV was back for a little bit, and then they went ahead and shut it down again recently, as far as I know. I guess because of the project, the Liberty City project they were doing or whatever. But yeah, that is insane, the amount of negativity. Yeah, how crazy that. Look at that. They even had to put their game at 50% off. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a summer sale. Oh, well. Might as well. Yeah, see, shark cards. This is the reason why they're forcing people to play online, so to say. But it's not working great because, as you can see, overwhelmingly negative. People are going to stop playing this game, and people that haven't bought the game yet for PC are not even going to bother buying it, so they're going to lose merchandise, all because they did something pretty dumb. And you don't need to blame Rockstar. Rockstar was all in for modding. You need to blame Take-Two Interactive, their parent company that publishes the games. They don't. Rockstar Games, I think, doesn't have control over. I mean, yeah, they made the game, they developed it, I guess, but they don't have control over whether modding should be allowed or not. I think that's Take-Two's decision, unfortunately. Otherwise, yeah, it's just some nutcase taking charge there, saying that mods are bad for the game and shit. Well, tell you the truth, and this proves it right here. No, it's not. Mods aren't bad for the game. In fact, that's the only reason people buy the game on the PC, is to enjoy the modding, to be creative, things like that, and they won't even let us do that. It's fucking stupid. That's what I think. And now, since they even took OpenIV away, now I can't even continue the GTA 5 for super low PCs anymore because of that. So, yeah, it's also gonna be a shame to the people that have still to this day have bad PCs and can't afford new PCs or what have you. And my mod was the only way they could play it at a playable frame rate. So it's gonna be a shame to them, but just do as I said, just do the settings.xml thing and hope for the best. So that's gonna be it for this video, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys learned something. I don't want to see no more comments about it. I know you guys liked the mod. I appreciate all the support that was done for it, but like I said, I was gonna update it, and here's proof right here, version 10. This is what I was gonna have in the update. I was gonna have all the latest files. It was just these that I mainly need to update, but nope. I can't, it won't even let me. I tried to do the mods folder, put it in the mods folder like I used to always do, like everyone always did. And for some reason when I did that, it's a corrupt game data, like right off the bat. So yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Not until Take-Two changes their mind, but I doubt that. I know OpenIV is not, they're done fooling around with Take-Two. I mean, it's just a big mess. But I'm gonna end the video now. I hope you guys learned something. And if you guys got any questions, you can leave a comment below. And subscribe to the channel if you want. I'm gonna still upload videos of me playing on 5M and maybe some other games that I've been playing on. And I might start doing. I'm gonna try to do more videos. Maybe I was thinking of maybe doing some regular role play at some point and do more videos on that, because I know that's been a while. Just leave a comment below if you guys just let me know what videos you guys want, video suggestions that you guys want, in case you don't really enjoy the videos that much. Just leave a suggestion and maybe help the channel out more and gain more subscribers. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll leave it at that. I will see you guys later, and until next time, peace out.